How to draw a wolf. In this video we will be painting a wolf in Procreate. I will walk you through the steps I take when painting a wolf head. Even though I'm painting this wolf in Procreate, the techniques also apply to other digital art programs. First thing I'll do is lay down a basic background. I'll use a soft airbrush for this. Next, I'll make a new layer and start sketching the wolf head with my Basic Flo brush, but any brush would be fine. In this stage, I'm exploring the features of the wolf, comparing sizes and angles, and also deciding how big I want the head to be. The transform and liquefy tools come in handy to do some quick adjustments. I'll slowly start to add some colors to this wolf. These color blobs are a base for my painting. They already give some shape to the head. Using one of my blender brushes, I'll blend all the strokes a bit, getting rid of the sketch lines. Using one of my fur brushes, I'll lay down a soft base for the fur. You can go to my Gumroad page to download a fur brush for free. The brush is available for both Procreate and Photoshop. I will leave a link down in the description. I like to work from dark to light, so I'll start out with a pretty dark color. Next, I'll use some other fur brushes to add more fur. These fur brushes give a nice base for the rest of the painting. With a brush set to overlay, I add color variation to the fur of the wolf. I'm using warm orange and brown colors for this. I'll duplicate my layer to save my progress. Time to zoom in a bit and work on the eyes. I will use my Lighten Line brush to add some light individual hairs around the eyes of the wolf. You could also use a small simple round brush with a light color to paint some individual hairs. I will also work on the nose of the wolf a bit. Now we can focus on the fur of the wolf again. Let's lighten up some parts and darken others. This way we can define the shape of the wolf head some more. We have a nice base for the fur, so now we can add some loose hairs. I'm using the airbrush from my fur pack for this. I'm painting lighter colors on top of the base of the fur. Using a blender brush, I'll blend the fur a bit, making it look a bit more subtle. Textured rough hairbrush can be used as a blender to blend and give a fur texture at the same time. Using the lights and line brush from my Basic Flo pack, I'll start painting in individual hairs. Using the darken line brush, I'll also add some darker hairs to the fur. Use short, thin strokes for this. Let's grab the overlay brush again. We'll add more warm tones to the fur of the wolf. Keep refining the fur, adding small individual hairs. It's time for the final tweaks. Duplicate your layer and apply a perspective blur to it. We are going to soften the hairs on the outside of the wolf head. Click the blurred layer and add a mask. Next, fill it with black. With a soft airbrush set to white, you can now paint the blurry hair back in. Go around the outside of the wolf head. Finally, merge the blurred layer and the wolf head layer. Next, we'll use a cool trick to add more contrast to the wolf portrait. You can also use this technique in other digital art software like Photoshop. Duplicate the wolf head layer and set the blending mode to multiply. The wolf will look very dark now. Click the layer and select Layer Mask. Fill this layer mask with black so you can paint the dark back in using a soft airbrush set to white. We'll do the same thing for the lights. Duplicate the initial wolf head layer again and place it above the multiply layer. Set this layer's blending mode to screen and again click the layer and select the layer mask. Fill this layer with black by dragging the black color onto the canvas. Now you can use the soft airbrush set to white again to paint in the light on the wolf head. Finally, I'll tweak the background a little bit and call this painting of a wolf head done. Have fun painting wolves and other animals. Remember, you can get my fur brush for free on my Gumroad page. Just check the link in the description. If you like this digital art tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. I wish you a lovely day and I hope to see you next time.